Okay, so we're doing this. We're doing this here. Good morning, Finetto. Hey, Ali. What's up, chickens? Augusta. Welcome, welcome. So as you probably see by the title, the thumbnail, we're doing the Q&A session. We're gonna be doing it live. So I'm gonna be answering the questions. Ultimate Lolly, hi. I'm gonna be answering the questions, and after I finish answer the questions that already was given, I'll let you guys ask me questions as well. So let me just post the notification, and then I'll start. This one's gonna be good. I was browsing through some of the questions already, and I was like, okay. You know, I'll also say who asked the question as well. But what I'm gonna do, let me just post it. But I hope you guys are having a good day, bro. Yesterday was terrible for me, bro. I had like the worst set of races ever. Like, if you were here yesterday, like, it was terrible. So hopefully my driving skills today would actually be better than it was yesterday, so I can actually give you guys some good races. And yes, I woke up maybe about 15 minutes ago. So whatever made you assume that I just woke up, then you're not wrong. I'm glad I have Lottie here. So Lottie, you can help me track the questions. I'm still trying to figure out a way that I can do work or no. What do you mean? Oh, look at that. Milan is here as well. Even better. So you guys can definitely help me answer the questions, bro. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Lolly. Amarchi. I'm just trying to get as much credits as possible, bro. I need 4 million credits remaining so that I can get my Evo Tune SF90. It's pissing me off, bro. Alright, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with the first question. probably waiting till I see a bit more people, but hey Justin, welcome. You just woke up as well? Yeah, bro. For me, it's probably like 10 minutes ago. I just hopped on stream as soon as I was like, let's do this. Let's do this early. What's up, Dodge? How I'm doing, bro? I'm doing great. Yesterday was horrible races, but today should be better races. Alright. Let's see. First question. Where the hell is the questions? Oh, I found it. So the first question somebody asked me, right, is do you want someone to edit the vids for you, or do you want to do it by yourself? So this question is from Kiki. Do you want someone to edit the vids for you, or do you want to do it by yourself? Alright, so yes and no. Alright, so the reason why, hear me out, let me just slow this down. I don't want anybody to edit my videos for me because I feel as if already, oh my god, I'm learning, right? I'm learning. So the reason why I don't want anybody to edit my videos for me is because I want to teach myself how to use the editor in the best way possible. I also want to be good at editing. So the reason why my upload schedule and my videos tend to take so long, at least nowadays, compared to when I used to drop videos in the earlies, is because I had a lot more time to put out videos, right? But now I don't have as much time as I used to put out videos. So as much as I would like to give somebody to edit my videos for me, to actually get out my videos at a faster pace, I prefer to do them myself because I'm experimenting with stuff and I want to be able to just have everything on my own and just learn and see if I can get good at doing this stuff, you know? How do I got so many cars? Bro, that's the grind, bro. That's the grind. I'm gonna watch this ad, right? So I'll put on the privacy real quick. Yeah, bro, that's the grind. Like, I've been grinding. I've been grinding this game for so long. For literally so long. Again, it's been like over 5 years I've been playing Asphalt for, bro. So, and I mean like every day. The only day I didn't play Asphalt is when I didn't have Wi-Fi or I didn't have a device for that short period of time. You just had to. I grinded car hunts, without the daily pass because I didn't have the daily pass back then. I never used to buy Legends Pass and those kinds of stuff, so I didn't really have anything per se. So you know, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. The dedication, the time and dedication to the game that I had to put in was crazy. So the second question is, do you play Minecraft? This question is from Caps. Yes, I do play Minecraft. I play more creative than I play survival because creative, I tend to just go into creative Minecraft because for some reason I just feel, you know, at peace sometimes. I just go in Minecraft when I'm just feeling to listen to music on Spotify, and I just don't wanna. I don't wanna do much, you know. I just go. I start building shit. I build houses. I try to remake all kinds of crazy random stuff, you know. So, yeah, I go in Minecraft when I just feeling to build something and not really have to play like a FPS game or something too heavy or stuff like that, you know? So, yeah. Oh, good ads this morning. I like that. If you ever see me playing Minecraft on Discord, don't don't think of horrors, you know? So, what's your favorite MP season? Hmm. My favorite multiplayer season will definitely have to be Ghost multiplayer. But I won't lie. This question is from a retard protection officer. I have no idea who that is in the Discord. But what's your favorite MP season? My favorite MP season currently would have to be Ghost. But at a point in time, my favorite MP season was it was Jungle MP. Jungle multiplayer was like the best multiplayer season in existence, bro. Like nobody, if somebody tell you that they don't like jungle multiplayer, something's wrong, bro. Jungle multiplayer was like the best multiplayer. But jungle doesn't exist anymore, and I don't think Game Love has any intentions of bringing back jungle multiplayer for us at any point in time. So I would have to say Ghost right now because it's just all about skill. You know, you have no one to push you, no one to knock you down. You have the only limitations you have is yourself. So it's all about skill driving. You win the race depends on you, and well, if somebody comes with an overpowered car, then most likely they're gonna win because they have nobody to sabotage them unless they sabotage themselves. So it's all about skill in Ghost, and that's why I like it. Now, the only issue that you may possibly encounter in Ghost multiplayer is the fact that you will be blinded by the name tags. So, yeah, I think that's about it. The fourth question is what is a secret you're willing to take to the grave? Sebastian asked this question, and I haven't seen Sebastian in the stream for a while, so I don't think you'll get the answer for this one. But what is a secret that you're willing to take to the grave? Um, Believe it or not, there was a point in time that I accidentally. Now this was on accident because I was really young. I was probably like 10 years old, bro. I did not know of any of these consequences or any of these stuff at this point in time, right? So, my mom's credit card, bro. I was so desperate to get some stuff in a game, and then I watched a video about how to buy stuff online because I was young, so I thought I was just trying to find a way to get some stuff online. And I didn't ask her, but I know my mom had a card, so I just took the card, right? And inserted the information online. I could have probably gotten scammed as a young boy and like lose all our money. And like I insert that shit and just started spending like crazy. I just started spending like crazy, just buying a whole bunch of useless shit because I don't even play that game anymore because that game sunset like ages ago. It was one of those like those dress up games where you just buy clothes to look good and then you just go around in different worlds just chatting with people. Yeah, that was it's one of those useless ass games at the time that was like trending. Everybody was playing those games. But yeah, and I spent until it declined, and when it declined, bro, that shit was a nightmare. When that shit declined, bro, yeah, the game is called Woo's World, Ultilolly. WOOZ World. And yeah, bro. That when that shit declined, bro, that was the beginning of a nightmare. That was the sweetest fucking In my country, we call it cut ass, right? Or licks, right? You get a cut ass, right? But basically, my mama beat my ass, bro. That was the sweetest beating I ever received as a young boy, because I spent thousands of dollars on a fucking dress up game that we could not get back. My mama was furious, understandably. So that's what I'm saying. That was the sweetest cut ass I ever received in my life, bro. Taking it to the grave, though. Not anymore, I guess. Number 5. Riddick, you work as an ambulance driver. Does that affect your mental health? Alright, this question is from Chickens. Alright. Um, Bro, Chickens. If it affects my mental health, 8 perfect nitros, 8 stunts. Okay, so does it affect my mental health? I would say what it affects right now is my capacity to do other stuff that I would want to do, especially for YouTube. Mental health wise, not really, because if you think that it's going to, now I do see this with the other drivers. Some of the other drivers, they mentally can't take it. Some of them, they tend to get like severely stressed really fast, or they tend to become irritable. But then for us, for me, I would say it's a daily thing. It's integrated as a part of your life now, or as a part of my life. So it's to the point where it's like, okay, I know that this is gonna happen today. I know there's potential that somebody might die in the ambulance. I know there's a potential that you can always get in an accident. So you have to always be aware. Mentally, you have to be on, bro. Your head has to be strong. So I can't afford to be mentally unstable. I can't afford to be mentally off, because if I'm driving, cutting through traffic and shifting through the lanes just to be able to drop the patient to the hospital in time, I can't afford to mentally turn off. I have to be head on all the time when we drop the patient, from escorting them inside, etc., etc. You know what I mean? So if it affects my mental health, I would say no. But from that point in time, there for that 2 weeks ago that I was sick for, and I lost my voice and shit, mentally, yeah, I was fucked up. I was fucked up. I was drained, bro. I just had to relax. I really couldn't take it. So question number 6. Question number 6 is, what type of music do you prefer? Okay. What type of music do you prefer? Lolly, I see people are asking questions so far. By chance, if you could just take a note of it, so I won't lose them. So what type of music do you prefer? I currently love rock music. I love reggae conscious music, and I love my country's music, which is soca and slash dancehall, which is a mix with Jamaica as well, right? So rock music, bro. Rock music. You can have rock music in any occasion, bro. There are rock bands and rock artists that make music for any occasion, right? Any type of mood, any type of feeling. You just got to know who you want to listen to. And if you ask me, like, what's my favorite rock bands and stuff like that, it's going to be very hard to tell you, because it's got so much. I listen to so many rock bands. I listen to so many rock artists. It'll be very hard to tell you exactly who's my favorite. And then soca music, dancehall music, they literally, bro, they're the vibe. They're the vibe for me. I have to play those music in my car while I'm driving. I have to play, So they're definitely the types of music that I prefer to listen to. I listen to some slow songs from time to time. I listen to R&B music from time to time. And if I'm being honest, I listen to all types of music, because I listen to heavy music, heavy rock. I listen to country music. I listen to sad songs, slow songs. it goes on and on. I listen to a lot of different genres of music. So, but preference is definitely rock, dancehall, and soca, and my country's music, which is calypso. Um, Moving on to the next question. So, question number 7. Is your goal to see yourself in the YouTube partnership program somewhere in the future? Okay, so MCB asked this question. Um, Now, initially, this was not a goal, right? If I'm being honest, I literally started off doing YouTube just making videos for fun. And I'm still actually making videos for fun. I came into making asphalt videos because I felt like there was a part of the community that was missing certain types of content, right? How many different asphalt YouTubers are gonna see you drive like aliens? How many asphalt YouTubers are gonna see you uh give us like some crazy routes or break the track, or you know what I mean? Or how many of them are just gonna be spending like mad money and just like splurging on the game? Like, it's repetitive. I felt like there is stuff that can be done that people aren't doing. So this is where I came in, and this is what I saw that needed to be done. Um, the partnership program, I guess, is something would come naturally with growth, and I did not look into any of those things until uh maybe a month or so ago. So it's one of those things that you just, I guess, it just happens over time. But my goal is to continue making videos that I like to make and enjoy doing YouTube, because you only do something really good if you enjoy doing it, right? Do I have any tokens to collect here? Okay, 8 stunts, I got some credits, six nitro bottles, 5 perfect runs. Alright, number 8, sorry. Do you like the community you have right now, Discord? This question is from Dan. Um Yes, I do. I love you guys on Discord, bro. I, as much as I do not talk as often as I probably should, just because of my busy life, I do watch the chat from time to time and go back through some of the messages and just jump from channel to channel just to see what's up. So don't think that even though I may not be talking and I'm not active, I don't read the messages at all. And yes, I have a tendency to respond poorly to pings, which is not good. Of course, like if you ping me, you would expect to get a response. But I do have that tendency as well to not respond good to pings. But I'm always there. I'm always there. As long as I'm alive and I have my phone, I will always see those messages, bro. So I do monitor the chat. I do see what's up. But in terms of the question, if I love my community that I have, of course I love you guys. You guys, or if some of you are funny as fuck, then some of you entertain me by the way you rage out. Then there's some of you guys who just crash out for no reason. And then there's a few of you who keep the chat alive, keep the server alive all the time. And that for me is amazing. The positivity you guys bring sometimes, which is what I really want to have in my server, a positive server where people could just come and actually have a conversation and not be ridiculed for their driving. Bro, thank you. I'm glad I found you guys, and I'm glad you guys are a part of my server. And I hope whoever decides to join coming further in the future are not the exact same, but offer that same kind of positivity and joy that they can bring to the server. So, question skill issues in the server. Number 10. What inspired you to begin content creating and starting your YouTube channel, and why did you want to be an official creator? So this question is from Yamens. Shout out to Yamens, by the way. Shout out to Yamens for literally bringing the server to where it is right now. My man spent so much time and effort behind the internal workings of the server. I have to give it up to Yamens, bro, because I was not able to. I'm not good with the technical stuff when it comes to Discord, and Yamens literally brought the server to a point where all the channels are working, the bots are working, everything is organized. I have to give it up to Yamens, bro. So, yeah. Right, I just saw a weird question. What was that? Do you think LeBron James can drive the Pagani Himola? Hey, if he wants to, he definitely can, bro. It's LeBron James. I'm sure he probably has one in his garage and we just don't know. Okay, so to answer the question, what inspired me to begin content creating? Well, what brought me back to YouTube was that exact thing I said about the actual community lacking videos. But what really brought me into doing videos, I had a conversation with one of my best friends in real life. We were just talking, and bro was like, sometimes we should just take opportunities that people don't take, because in life you're given many chances, right? You're given many opportunities, but a lot of people don't take those opportunities because either they're scared of failure or they're scared that it won't get anywhere. And personally, bro, if you don't take opportunities in life, you will never know what could have been because you never did it. You never tried, you never attempted. And as much as you think there are a million people probably doing YouTube every single day, there are probably million plus videos that are cycling on the algorithm every single day. What is the chances that your videos are going to be seen by people, right? And I always believe we had that conversation and bro inspired me. He literally was the last push that I needed to even make one single video and attempt it, bro. If we did not have that conversation, right? If we did not have that conversation that evening, I was never going to post a video and you guys would have never known who Performance was. Because you never know. Maybe that day that I posted that video, that very first day I posted that first shirt, and I got 500 views at the end of the day, right? And that very first short was just me simply talking about um the Venom Spotlight event, right? My thoughts on the Venom Spotlight event. That first 500 views, and then the second video, I just made a video how saying how underrated the W12 is, and 600 views, then 300 views, then back down to 200 views, and just kept going and going. And bro was like, "Man, don't worry about it, bro. Just post, just keep posting, keep posting, keep posting. You never know." And then that first video I posted, and I didn't even start doing car reviews or nothing yet. I was just going. Bro literally inspired me, and I was like, you know what? Let's fucking keep doing it. And then boom, I decided to upload my first car review video. It was terrible quality, by the way. Terrible, right? But I uploaded it anyway. And look where we are now. Look where we are. Starting from 420 subscribers. And that was all Geometry Dash videos. And look where we are now. So, sometimes you just gotta jump for it, bro. You just gotta jump for opportunity and just do it, Literally just do it. And well, that's what I did. Number 11. Do you feel... What is that? Is it worth to burn like 15k tokens for Koenigsegg 1 to get like 4 stars? 4 stars with 15k tokens, bro. Those packs are 900 tokens. And it's a 10% drop rate. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I really can't say. So number 11. Do you feel like you can improve your skills in ALU through other racing games such as Forza, Gran Turismo, or Santa Corsa? And do you plan on making YouTube videos other than ALU? Where do you see yourself 10 years down? Oh, so there's multiple questions in one question. All right, so let me see. Do you feel like you could improve your skills in ALU through other racing games? Um, I would. I'm not sure. This game has a completely different formula to other racing games, at least as of right now. Like Forza, Santa Corsa, Need for Speed. I play all of those. I play Need for Speed Heat. I literally play Need for Speed Heat the most, bro. Like, um, well, I used to play Need for Speed Heat the most. I play Asphalt Legends the most. But, um, no, I don't think so. Driving games are driving games because I started off playing Burnout 3. That was my first ever driving game I ever played, Burnout 3. And I love that game to my core up to this day. It still stands on my top 1 on my driving games list. Like, nothing beats Burnout 3 for me. So, driving games in a general, I just always loved them, right? But what I would say it probably does help you improve in terms of like doing certain things or handling certain cars, but I won't say it would really help you. Um, the next question: do you plan on making YouTube videos other than ALU? I would like to, but as of right now, I'm building my community surrounding ALU. So I have to take a poll. I gotta know whether or not people actually want to watch other videos from other games. As of right now, I know you guys want to see Asphalt. So I don't want to start posting other games and then it's like, bro, why are you posting other games when we literally want to see you just play Asphalt, you know? So I'm not I'm not trying to branch out so fast when I would like to, but I don't want to risk losing the community that I have right now just because I start posting other games, you know? Yeah, Lolly, take a note of all these questions that are coming through that I'm not answering right now. I don't want to lose them all. I want to be able to answer all these questions. I keep forgetting these tracks, bro. Like, what is happening this morning? And I keep like wanting to go the other way. I'm gonna lose because of that. I could have held the first place unless he messes up. I like driving the Navara, bro. The Navara is not bad. It actually is a better Asphalt Owl. I can't deny that now. The handling is much better. The drifting is much better. It feels more responsive and less drag. Man, it actually is a better Asphalt Owl. I'm not gonna lie. I can't deny that now. As much as I love the Owl. Okay. Where do you see yourself 10 years down the line from today? Interesting. Where do I see myself 10 years from now? 10 years from now, I see myself having my IRL business successful, lucrative, maybe actually creating a store branch. I see myself working at a higher level in a company. I see myself with potentially a loving wife. I not kids. I don't see myself with kids 10 years from now. Maybe a little longer. But I see myself being a successful individual. In the next 3 years, I see myself being bigger than I am on YouTube right now. But I won't know until that time comes. But I'm actively working towards success every single day. Number 12 is, in what year did you start playing Asphalt Legends? By Cubin. I started playing in 2019, February of 2019. And that's when I started playing Asphalt Legends. And I was playing very severely off and on at that point in time because I didn't have a device of my own. So I was borrowing my neighbor's phone and I was playing on his device. So that's what, hey, Asphalt Taxi. So that's what I was playing on. That's what I started playing on. Oh no. So the next question, number 13. What will you do if in the future you hit 10k subs? The car just wanted to bounce. Yeah, love that. If I hit 10k subs, what do I do? If I hit 10k subs, bro, at that point in time, that would be a blessing, low key. That would actually be a blessing. That would be the craziest thing to happen to me if we hit 10k subs. At that point in time, my video quality and quantity might be severely high. At that point in time, my videos itself, it would be actually really good, creative wise, because I think I would be so good at the editor at that point in time that my videos would just be worth watching like every time. I think at that point in time, my live streams might be uh really, really, really big because I plan on streaming more, of course. But I might be so versed in different games and so on, doing so many different things, you know? So I believe if I am to reach 10k subs, it I won't be a different person, but it would be a different like a different set of stuff happening at that point in time, a different lots of different types of content, maybe some IRL streams as well, who knows. I don't want to be like those YouTube streamers who do that, what you call that, just chatting or some shit like that. I don't want to be like that, of course, but you know, the potential for it. But yeah, either way. um Somebody, I saw this question like about twice now. Somebody asks, oh, what do you think of the new Indian track? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it anything. Did they do a reveal? If they did a reveal or anything like that, I didn't see it. What I'm thinking is it might be like, you know, like heavy on the details in terms like they might have a lot of like obstacles. They might have a lot of maybe narrowish kind of roads in like certain parts. You know, like how Rome is kind of narrow. Um, I think like the city design might be very detailed. It might be very, you know, different. But I know they said it's like the countryside, through the countrysides of India. So I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Number 14. Did you go to college? If yes, what's your dream and what's your dream job? Um, if I went to college, yes, I went to college. I went to Northeastern College for 5 years. Um, if yes, what's my degree? Currently, I am going to University of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm actually there currently studying. Um, I'm doing electrical and electronic engineering. So that's my field that I'm studying. I started off in the science field where I did biology, chemistry, and physics. I studied that in college. So that is where I started, but now I'm going down the technical electrical field because the end goal is to have that engineering degree under my belt. So yeah, that's where we're heading. That's the direction we're heading. So we'll see how that goes, you know? And what's my dream job? My dream job is to be a successful business owner. Right? I've started up some stuff and I've always been doing like little stuff in between, but this one that I started up recently, I'm hoping that when I'm gonna push it, of course, but I'm hoping that this one is the one that really gets me where I want to be. I don't want to work for anybody for the rest of my life. I want to work. I want to own my own stuff and work for myself. I want to have employees working for me. I want to have, you know, a business that gives back to people, that makes people, that helps people. So yeah, this is the dream job for me. As much as I would love to do electrical and be an engineer, because my dream job was to be an engineer. There's one specific thing that I want to do, but I'm not sure. As life goes, your dreams tend to change, but there's always that one dream that always remains. But yeah, this SF90 is gonna pass me either way if he stops hitting the back of my car. I'm gonna just give him a little smirk because he knows I sabotage low key. It wasn't intentional though, but. Number 15. Do you currently live alone or with someone? I don't live alone at the moment. I live with my mother and father, my aunt and her daughter. Um, we we lived together for so long. Basically since I was as far back as I can remember. So, but it's not a inconvenience. It's in nowhere a form. I do thoroughly enjoy living with my family. Like I enjoy living with my family. I'm glad to have them around. I'm glad to be around them, you know? And I won't say there's no limitations to stuff and whatever and whatever. People can't stand living with their parents and people be like, "Oh, I can't do that. I can't." Nah, man. There's nothing wrong, at least for me. It's all good and I'm fine. Number 16. Um what do you think makes you stand out from other asphalt YouTubers? It's a good question. How are you in Hercules? NGU is skill based from bruh. I am in NGU Savage. I'm not a Hercules. I'm in Savage, and yes, it is skill based, bro. But I'm playing on my phone. I'm not. I'm a controller player. I'm not a mobile player. I started off in mobile, right? And I was playing on mobile before ALU dropped. So I do have my skillful days on tap the stair, but I am much better on controller. So I hope that answers your question where my skill really lies. It's on mobile. It's on a controller, not on mobile. But anyway, um, the question previously. What makes me stand out from other asphalt YouTubers? Bro, why? My cars just keep bouncing. This was happening yesterday as well, bro. I died there twice. The same shit. Is asphalt, every time Unbreakable is here, asphalt does something to the fucking physics engines of these vehicles, bro. Like, you can't deny that for me. Anyway. Look, it's just bouncing, bro. Like, relax. Either way. Alright, what makes you stand out from other asphalt YouTubers? MCB asked this question again. What makes me stand out? I'm not sure, actually. What I would say I think I do different is the way, one, my consistency, and two, the way in which I carry out my video executions. The videos that I do is definitely different from majority of the other content creators. At least I would like to think so. There are the ones that in between and the interim of uploads that other content creators already did. Like pack openings or driving a multiplayer, obviously, but everybody has a different experience. So you guys realize that I don't ever really post multiplayer videos just like racing, right? Because there is nothing like really unique or special about that, just so. But if some crazy shit happen, if some weird shit happen, I'll definitely post about it because it's like, bro, look at this fucking race. This shit was crazy. Like this was wild. You know? Stuff like that. But what makes me stand out, I would say my personality. For sure. My personality definitely stands out because naturally I'm a very optimistic and I'm a very friendly person IRL. I love being social. I love having conversations with people. Is one thing about me. I actually really love to talk to people. Um, and I would say I'm also very chill as well. I tend not to get mad about shit and rage out and stuff. So when you guys actually see me raging, bro, like in this game when I actually do rage out, it's insane. It's actually quite insane. I have to like check myself sometimes. I'll be like, bro, I cannot believe I just crashed out in this game. Because I don't ever crash out, even like IRL and shit. So it's weird. But yeah. Hey, Max Risk Venom. My guy. Shall I return? Shall you? Hey, Prismark. He's got a nice voice. That makes him stands out. If that's part of it, then yes, I guess so. And my content is more based around you hearing me talk, right? So that's one thing for sure. And then my accent fluctuates a lot because of my background. I have a very estranged background, bro. It is mixed beyond compare. So my accent tends to fluctuate and change a lot. So I can never speak one way for too long. But yeah. Number 17. Any car you hate for any particular reason. This one is by Aoi Midori. Shout out to Midori for being our first channel member. That definitely took everything for me by shock. So that was really, that was a really good stream. The fact that it also happened on stream was crazy. So, Aoi Midori, thank you once again. Um, any car you hate for any particular reason. Bro, there are a lot of cars that I hate in this game. So I can tell you for a fact. So after I'll come back to your questions. So after this race, I'm gonna show you my top three most hated cars in this game, and I'll tell you why. Right? I'll tell you why. So for now, let's just leave it. Let's just leave it at that for now. I think I might die here. No, 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 no. Skillful enough to recover. Yeah. So I'll answer your question after this race. But no, bro. I can't cap. There are so many cars in this game that are just terrible, right? But you know, when you really hate a car, you know when you hate a car because you just don't ever want to drive it in no way or form. And so, I'm gonna answer his question now, but I'm just seeing something here. Lolly, don't forget to take note of these questions as well. I know you're doing it, so thank you again. Shout out to Ultimate Lolly as well, by the way, for being the first moderator in the in the YouTube, right? Ulti Lolly was the first, and then Milan was the second. I think his name was Proteum Firestorm. All right, so this is. Let me show you the most hated cars in the game for me, right? So this one is the first, the Centenario, right? The Centenario. Why the fuck? Because in Asphalt 8, this car is literally a goat, right? This car is very, very good in Asphalt 8. So in Asphalt 8, when I drive the Centenario, and I'm like, yeah, this shit is amazing, right? And then I come to this game, and the car is literally a disappointment beyond compare. Now I understand it's like the first S-Class car you unlock. It's a starter S-Class car, right? So that's okay. But you can't tell me that the Centenario is a literal king in Asphalt 8. And then over here, it's to this degree, bro? Like, That's unreal. And then this game does that a lot. It doesn't. Now I know it doesn't want to copy the same formula. It wants to be different, of course. Like nothing's wrong with that. But I can say the same thing for the Veneno, because even though the Veneno is not a king, the Veneno still felt like it drives somewhat better in Asphalt 8 than it drives in this game. This car could be so much better, right? And these two cars, the Centenario and the Veneno, they look so good. I love the way these cars look, but they're placed in a kind of way that they're not, they're not useful in this game really. That's a little bit disappointing for me, you know? But either way, and then bro, this is the next one I really hate, the Spano, bro. Like I love this car in Asphalt 8, and I know it's not the exact same one in Asphalt 8, but I love this car in this game. I love driving this car at max in this game because it's a fun car to drive in this game. In my opinion, this car is really fun. But when you bring it over into multiplayer to try to use it in multiplayer, bro, you can't do anything with it. You can't do anything with it. It will lose almost every single time, bro. You know what I mean? And then we come over to B class. Let me show you the car that I hate the most in B class, right? Because it was unexpected how bad it was. It was unexpected how bad it was. Where is it? There it is. The SLR. I love this car, right? Dearly. I grinded so hard in multiplayer to get this car in the early when this car was given out in multiplayer, bro. And when I finally maxed it, and I realized how sluggish it tends to drive, how easily people beat this car in multiplayer, bro, I was like, no. I started to hate it because no matter how hard you try, bro, in the current meta of the game, this car aged like milk. It's not working out. You better off using the Super Leggera. You're better off using this car. You're better off using the Apollo N. You're better off using even freaking the Vantage, bro, over the SLR and McLaren. Like, it aged it's so poor, bro. This car was a disappointment as well. The Sesto Elemento. This car for me in A class and A8 was so good. And then they brought this here, and now it can't even turn when you drift or when you nitro or shockwave. And when you drift with it, it's like you're just gliding on ice. It's terrible. It's terrible, bro. And I have a whole list. I'm planning to do that video of my top 10 most hated and top 10 most loved. I will do that. But for now, you get the idea of what I hate and the cars that I hate. The car that I hate the most, right? It resides in A class. I want you guys to take a guess. All right? I'll drop it in the spot exactly so you can know where it is. Right? Right? Between this roster right here, between these 8 cars on the screen, tell me which car I hate the most between these 8 cars currently on screen. Everybody should know that if you've been a part of this channel for that long, you would know. Okay. You see, that's correct. You guys got it correct. I hate the Vanda, bro. I hate the Vanda because of how easy it is to win with that car. It's literally a cheat car. And if there's one thing I hate in every single driving game, bro, it's cheat cars. I hate cars that it's just so easy to win with it. It requires no skill. It requires no type of thing. No, don't get me wrong. If you drive the Vanda skillfully, that is what makes you untouchable with it, right? Unless it's like a speed track or you're going against very fast cars, of course. But it's the way that people tend to drive the Vanda, right? These Vanda drivers made me despise the car. Other than the fact that I already hated it for being a free-to-win car, so I don't use it. But Vanda drivers is what gave the car a bad name, bro. Like, you don't have to be an asshole with the car on the road. Not because I'm looking to pass you means that you literally have to push me and try to kill me in every way possible, bro. These Vanda drivers made it difficult for me to like them because every single one does it to me, bro. Every single one. There's no exception. So I can't possibly like it if that's what they do. Number 18, what was your first purchase in Asphalt 9 Legends? That's a good one. Um the first purchase, yeah, nerf all the Vanda drivers, bro. Nerf all of them. It's too easy. They get too easy to win and they're unfair. They don't drive with good sportsmanship. Nerf them, bro. Nerf them completely. Like, tank their nitro and you will see how much these people would use Vanda, bro. Nerf their nitro. Nobody will use Vanda again. I promise you that. Like, leave their handling, but tank their nitro and you'll see. People will put that car down. Alright. Let me move on. Yeah. So, yeah, what was my first purchase in Asphalt 9 Legends? My first purchase. Oh, yeah, I remember. Right. So what am I reading? I'm reading the questions and answers thread that it had in Discord. The server mods had created thread for everybody to put their questions in there. And then I had the Google Forms as well that I had other questions as well, so I'll get to answering those too. 63 nitro would be fair. Yeah. Okay. If you bring it down that far. Yeah, because these Vanda drivers, they don't really require skill, you know? They're just driving, man. They're just driving. Nah, Dodge. 30 nitro stat. Nah, man. Come on, man. That's too low. Okay. My first purchase in A9 Legends was one of the starter packs, right? I had a Google Play gift card that somebody bought for me, so I didn't know what to spend on because at a point in time I was playing Free Fire, and I bought like the Diamond Pass in Free Fire or something like that at the time. I can't really remember, but I remained with a couple credits from it, you know. So I saw the starter pack thing, and then that also got rid of the ads, right? If you bought it, you wouldn't get no ads. So I bought that, so that deleted all the ads in the game, and then the starter pack was for the Porsche Cayman, you know, the D class one. And yeah, that was basically my first purchase ever. I know, so like underwhelming, right? My first purchase was an actual starter pack. Like, you would believe that people don't buy starter packs, but I actually did. So yeah, that was my first purchase. Um, what's the most powerful Yesco without the absolute? Oh, so what's the most powerful Yesco other than the absolute? Man, this one kind of probably is a no-brainer actually, because it would have to go. That matchup would have to go between the Yesco itself and the CC850, right? But if you put it into perspective, the regular Yesco itself is very much capable of beating the CC850 straight up. Even though the CC850 might start off better. I really did die. Like, I really did die. I really died there, bro. I'm in actual disbelief that I actually died there. Yeah. So that's kind of like a no-brainer, bro. The Yesco, it's between the Yesco and the CC50, so I guess it's up to personal preference at that point. Would you prefer to drive the CC or would you prefer to drive the Yesco? And if I was to make the choice, I would prefer to drive the CC850 over the regular Yesco. But I guess, that's how it is. Um. Oh, you're gone? Okay, Max Risk. Have a good day, bro. Thanks for passing through. Yeah, Vanda drivers can't drive any other cars as good as they drive the Vanda. They only use Vanda and lose their skill. What's better between the Agera RS or the CC850 and Himalayas? Oh, man. If it's on Himalayas, a straight up track, the Agera RS will definitely win over speed, considering that they both push at the same kind of skill level. Um, what's up, Gabriel? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. I'm just reading chats. Nice homecoming alarm. You heard that, bro? That was outside. That was my father's alarm. Now he's so far and you still heard that. That's crazy. You only use the GTR 50 Ital design and the Porsche 935 in multiplayer. That's okay. That's okay. The GTR 50 Ital design that requires some skill to drive as much as it is consistent. And the 935, I'll give it a pass because there's still some aspects of it that, it's not like a sure win. You're glad that the one-to-one event brings it. Yeah. Yeah. Burst speed events always come with like a free-to-play aspect as well as a normal the main headlining car aspect. But it's been surprisingly giving because you only need to use the main car for like the 5-star, 6-star rewards really. So you don't really need the main cars at all, to be honest, unless the event is to like max out to get something. Then other than that, you're fine. What's your plans for having what for plans are you having for the streams? Any plans to stream every day from Monday to Friday or on the week? This one's from Asphazone. And the previous question was also from Asphazone. Do I plan to stream Monday to Friday? Well, that's if I'm home. So you see, if I take days and like I'm home that day, then I would stream that day. And if you guys are around to see it, because remember Monday to Friday is when people are, tend to be busy with work. At least for me, I work Monday to Friday and my weekends are off. So on the weekend is when I can guarantee, like today, Saturday or Sunday, I can guarantee I can do a stream for sure. Like now. But during the week is when there's no guarantee, And if I am to stream during the week, it would be after 4 p.m. for me. So those would be late streams. Those would be night streams for me. So I'm not sure how the time zone will work out for everybody if I stream after 4 p.m. in my time zone, which is GMT standard time. But I do plan to stream a little bit more consistently, especially in multiplayer, because when I stream is when I actually get to do multiplayer. So yeah, if it's not for the stream, I barely play multiplayer. Alright, let me see if I can read the chat real quick. Bully, CC850, and Yasko were better than the Mosler. They all are better than the Mosler. I mean, yeah, they all are. Mosler is just faster than CC. All those cars are faster than CC. Do you drive a car IRL? Yes, I do. And if so, what car do you drive? I drive a Mazda 323 BJ. The BJ version. That's what I drive IRL. And just yesterday, I was changing my spark plugs. And the first time I ever went under the hood of the car to do something like that. I'm trying to teach myself to do these things for myself. So I wouldn't have to pay for mechanic work. Leave the Vanda at stock forever? Yes, sir. That's dedication right there. What is your purpose in playing Asphalt right now? Like improving skills, collecting cars, just killing time? What is my purpose for playing Asphalt right now? Asphalt is the closest game that I currently can find other than Burnout Paradise that actually brings me some sort of joy and excitement to race. Believe it or not, Asphalt is the only racing game that I can say right now that is still entertaining to me to still drive and play. Like, I can't get bored of this game. And if I feel like I'm being burnt out, I just take a break Oh my god, these fucking chickens are in my yard, bro. These chickens are in my yard. Um, yeah, if I feel like I'm being burnt out, I just take a break and come back. So, no, can you leave? Can you leave my yard? They're going to hear you. You're making unnecessary noise. We're all awake. No. Motherfucker. Guys, I'm sorry, but you're gonna be hearing that chicken for a while. Until it decides to leave on its own. I don't know why it's here, but it's here. Anyway, um, I genuinely forgot what it is I was saying just now. It's my bad. I was just popping in quickly to say hello and greet to you all. Hello, Dios. Welcome. The next question is from Dan. Um, before you should you suggest making chicken soup today. Yo, that's not a bad idea. I think I actually will. Because yeah, bro, I will because I'm mad hungry. I was actually feeling for soup today. Hmm. Uh, Chickens is making those chickens interrupt your stream. I guess so. Chickens, what are you doing? Summon those fuckers back, bro. You're bringing those creatures here. What's up, Ahmed? Welcome. It's been a while, bro. How are you? The next question is a question that I do not want to answer. So, moving forward. I see Yamens is also adding questions to the questions and answers. So, thank you for that, Yamens. If you want, you can take questions from the stream as well. They say that might ease up Lolly a bit. But it's up to you guys entirely. You guys are mods, so if you're working together, this is one of the things that make me appreciate you guys even more. Has anyone ever died in your ambulance while you're rushing them to the hospital? Man, that only ever happened once, and the nurses, they tried, bro. They tried really hard to avoid that from happening. And the thing about it is, you hear the panic, you hear the hesitancy, you hear the peril, and then worse yet, when you hear the patient's voice, you know, and it's just like that phase, bro. When it's a little when they reach to that unresponsive part, you know, it just gets, you know, the entire environment and the mood, you know, everything just changes. And then when you arrive at the hospital and it's just like, you know, it's too late. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Do you still enjoy Asphalt Legends or not? For me, it's more like a chore now. Yes, I still enjoy Asphalt Legends. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to when I was grinding, so I guess I grinded out the enjoyment. If that's the best way to say it. You know, you played it so much that it's like, oh, you grinded your life away. But I still enjoy the game. I still enjoy the game. I don't play it as much as I used to anymore. I don't max MP milestones anymore. I don't like super duper go for like top 1 placements and stuff like I used to try to do anymore. You know? So it's all in strides. I love the game, but I don't play the game as often as I would have or probably should play the game. Hello, welcome to the stream. I didn't quite see the name. I think it's Jay, but welcome, Jay. We're doing a Q&A session. I actually made a thumbnail this time, so people could see. So welcome to the Q&A, bro. If you have any questions, you could at Lolly, at Ultilolly, the server, the Discord mod, the YouTube mod. Jesus, I can't talk, bro. After that question just now, I mentally just checked out for a bit. I have to refocus. Um, yeah, I have to refocus. You mentioned number. All right, next question. You mentioned earlier. All right, let me read the chat for a bit. The more experience you get, the less fun you have. That applies to life as well. Actually, the more you do something, eventually the less you know. Ah man, that's part of life, bro. Is ultimate upgrade idea good to be implemented in AL? If you apply it, the car will be gold. I don't know. No, is um the ultimate startup is just for you to star up the car. I don't think if you have a max car, you can use a star up to gold the car. If that can happen, which it doesn't happen in China, but if that can happen in AL and Asphalt Legends, then that would be absolutely insane. An instant gold is crazy. Um, I saw a comment by Lolly. I saw one by MC. I like the top one. Just out of curiosity, is the 1-to-1 good? Um, I would say I would say it's good. The 1-to-1, I would say it's good. It's definitely gonna be one of the better cars to drive, but it's not a car that I would say could go up against Kings. The Agera RS beats the 1-to-1, in my opinion. You can use the Agera RS to directly beat the 1-to-1. So I won't say it's a car you can use to challenge the Kings, but I would say it's a car you can use to challenge yourself to beat the Kings. But it's overranked. As usual, Gameloft just consistently drops overranked cars in S class for no reason, bro. So, whatever the cause of Gameloft overranking their cars to make them even more useless, yeah, that's for them to explain to us. So, whenever they're ready to rebalance their game, which they said they want to do next year, right? So whenever they're ready to rebalance their game and their ranking system and make older cars feel useful again, we're gonna have to wait. But anyway, oh yeah, that's correct, Lolly. When I race and I'm locked in is when I don't talk. So you're not wrong about that. I mean, MCB. Oh, that was pretty low. It almost killed me there. Can I pass him? No, 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 no. If that was classic, he was dead for sure. He was dead, I was dead, but I would have respawned before him at least, so I would have survived that. Yeah, the 1-to-1 should be placed like 4.7 to 4.8 rank at least. That is correct. That's what it feels like. Yeah. The Gameloft is doing too much. Doing way too much, for ranking these cars. They're killing it, bro. Right. Next question. You mentioned earlier that you like Geometry Dash. How good are you in Geometry Dash and what's your plans for GD in the future? Believe it or not, I would have loved to stream Geometry Dash, bro. Love, 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 love to stream Geometry Dash. Right? Because at the point in time, I was streaming Geometry Dash. And that's where I got my 400 subscribers from initially. And how good I am in Geometry Dash? I have 6 creator points. I'm currently working on a level as we speak every day. So I'm about to release 2 levels because I'm working on 2 levels at the moment. I am also a known person in the Asphalt community as well. So that's one thing. My name is known. That Riddick name that you guys saw me with on Discord, my name in Geometry Dash is Riddick Dash. So that Riddick name is known in the Geometry Dash community. So I would when I release my next 2 videos, I will be posting videos of those, of course, but hopefully it gets rated as well, because it's been a while since I dropped the level. Like 2 years ago was the last time I dropped the level. So yeah, here we are. I basically got back into Geometry Dash, and I'm going to get back into it further. Yeah, Gara RS does some nice floaties, bro. I'm not going cap. Sometimes you just hit it right, and then other times it's a bit weird. What is your favorite Geometry Dash level, and what's your hardest? My favorite Geometry Dash level. That is so hard to say because there are so many Geometry Dash levels, and I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy playing so many levels by so many different creators. Um, if I had to say what is my favorite Geometry Dash level by watching it, because I never actually like beat it or anything like that, right? It would have to be Yatagarasu, right? I love the way how Yatagarasu looks. And then what I would think for me would definitely be the hardest level. Um, I think Bloodlust is probably the hardest level. In my opinion, Bloodlust is probably the hardest level in Geometry Dash, bro. Like I know there's obviously an actual list of people, describing what the hardest level actually is in the game. But after attempting that list of levels, oh man, levels before, I have beaten some hard demons, but nothing compared to that, bro. The only insane demon I actually beat was this one by Mr. Lorenzo. I forgot the name of it, but yeah. Either way, that's Geometry Dash. That's Geometry Dash. Next question. What was your first device you used to play on? Look up Tidal Wave or Amethyst. Oh, okay. I'll see. I'll look it up. It's been a while. But yeah, I'm back. Agera S feels far better. Yeah, it is, bro. It is. It is. Agera S is definitely better. So we're getting to the end of the questions here on the Discord side. So I'll hop into Google Docs and see what it has over there. That's not repetitive, and then I'll move on to the chat here. What's your first device you played Asphalt on? It was a Samsung Galaxy S10. That's the first device I ever played Asphalt on, and at that point in time, it was super duper clean. What's your favorite game other than Asphalt? These two questions are from 1099. My favorite game other than Asphalt is every single game in the Burnout series, and I mean every single game in the Burnout series, and Jack and Daxter. Well, basically the entire Jack series, the Jack saga. We're talking from Precursor Legacy. We're talking from Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack X Combat Racing, Daxter, The Lost Frontier. The entire Jack series from Naughty Dog, if you know that, the creator. Yeah, those are definitely some of my favorite games. I can always go back to play those games. The God of War 1, God of War 2. My favorite God of War is God of War 1, by the way. I love God of War 1 the most. God of War 3 was definitely an amazing game, but I prefer God of War 1 over God of War 3 because that shit is. I feel like God of War 1 is much harder than God of War 3. Like, God of War 3 is obviously more refined and smooth gameplay and, more advanced. But God of War 1, bro, is really where it's at. Yeah. What was the stat? What rank stat would you give your IRL car if it was an Asphalt? My God. Chickens, that's a good question. Bro, my car would be a D class, bro. My car would have to definitely be between it would be between the Lotus. No, it would be between here. It would be between the Ford Shelby and the Ioniq 5, bro. I feel like the Mazda 323 would drop right in between this rank, so maybe like 2560 or 2600. It would drop in between this rank, bro. It doesn't get better than that. I don't think the Mazda 323 is, or at least this game would not classify it as anything higher than that, unfortunately. That's what I think, at least. I might be wrong. Game Loft might shock me, but I don't think it. The only Mazda car in this game, I think, is the Fiori, right? Number 30. Are you prepared for the moment when asphalt just shuts down and everything is gone? When asphalt sunsets? Oh my god. Am I prepared for when asphalt sunsets? No, that is fucking crazy, bro. Now, if Asphalt, right? Because you see, Asphalt 8 is it may be a dead game, but it's still much alive and kicking, right? Because it has a committed fan base of people who just strictly play Asphalt 8, right? But if Asphalt 9 dies, bro, I'm telling you, a lot of shit. I'm gonna be mad. I'm definitely gonna be mad. This game cannot sunset, bro. And if they dare decide to bring out another Asphalt game after this one, that is not something like Asphalt Extreme, because they need to bring back something like Asphalt Extreme, bro. I swear to you. If they dare release another Asphalt game and they decide they want to shut down the servers, I'm gonna be so pissed, because this is the only game ever. I messed up this race. Yeah. This is the only game ever that I ever spent so much money on. And it would be a shame. I would actually really hate myself if they sunset the game. Because I know this happened to a lot of people. There are a lot of people who spent a lot of money on games and then the game servers just shut down. And they can't do nothing about that. It's just gone. They can't even play their favorite game anymore. It's just gone. So I would be so pissed if that happens for Asphalt Legends, bro. I'm not prepared for that. I'm definitely not prepared for that. And it's not even to say I spent like a shit ton of money to say, bro, I splurged on this game, you know? But I would still feel mad because I did spend some kind of money. That's the whole point of it. I never spend money on games. So, you know? But anyway. So that's the end of the questions from the Discord side of it. So thank you guys for those questions there. We have about 36 minutes remaining in the stream. So now is where apparently the Google Forms, I'm trying to access it right now, and for some reason the Google Forms is just not working. I don't know what is causing that, but the Google Forms is not working. And I know there were some questions in the Google Forms that, hold on, let me see if I could probably Lolly, send the questions in my DMs on Discord. It'll be easier for me to track it there. What if AL was made offline and the game servers are down? I mean, if they made Asphalt Legends an offline game and they take the servers down, then they would have to make like some kind of way or some kind of like cycling events or still some kind of aspect, like a bigger career, or even better, probably make the game free roam to keep it alive as offline, bro. Like, make it in a way that we could go from map to map, you know, in a kind of free roam kind of thing. So if they were to keep this game alive like that, that's definitely what would have to be done. Discord banned in your country? Turkey. Oh man, what? That's crazy. Do you have the CC at 50J? Yes, I do have the CC. It's supposed to be right here. Yeah, make private rooms offline. Yes, correct. That would be the best way. That's like one of the best things that they need to do. Have the private rooms offline supported. I don't know how they could make that magic work, but however they can, if they choose to get rid of multiplayer, bro, make the private rooms somehow offline. So if you have people added, bro, and you guys just want to race, yeah, man, Like, let the people have their create like tournaments and stuff. Let the people do stuff with the game without it being official. You know what I mean? Private races and shit. That would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome. That's a great idea. God of War is considerably the mascot for PlayStation. That is correct. God of War is the mascot for PlayStation. Last of Us as well. Last of Us, I loved Last of Us so much, bro. Last of Us Part 2, Part 1. I played Part 2. Um, Believe it or not, I did play Part 1 before Part 2, but I finished Part 2 before Part 1. Because Part 1 for me was like insanely hard for some reason, bro. I'm not gonna cap. And I was playing the remastered version. I felt like playing Part 2 on. And I played Last of Us 2 so much. I played Survivor. I beat the game in Survivor. And then I tried to beat the game in Grounded. And Grounded is. Okay. I died. Grounded is like super hard for no reason, bro. Like, I actually can't in Grounded, and then you're limited to resources, which makes it even worse. But yeah, either way. Alright, so I'm just waiting for Lolly to send the questions on the Discord, and then I'm gonna die. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Lolly to send the questions. Then I'll answer from those. Later, 1099. Hey, Kenneth, what's up? They only release bundles and remasters for it. Yeah, that's the thing about it. I'm not sure if we'll get part 3. If we get part 3, that would be amazing because I had like a whole discussion of what I think part 3 should be. Like, I was actively preaching that to some people that I was playing the game with at that point in time. So if they do make... Yeah, you can go ahead and send a question in the chat here. Go ahead. I'm taking questions now, guys. So if you want to ask anything, I'm watching from the chat. You want Asphalt to collaborate with with Transformers? That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. We could have like different decals, specific. And well, we all know the Camaro is gonna be Bumblebee, so the Bumblebee decal might definitely be for free. That'd be cool. You know what else would be cool? If Asphalt decides to add 4x4s. Like how Asphalt Extreme has it. Let's get some 4x4 cars in the game. Let's get some pickup trucks. Let's get some, because Asphalt 8 has a pickup truck. The F-150, I think. In D class. I'm not sure if they have others. Like, I'm not really too concerned about getting bikes in this game. Like, bikes in this game might be more problematic than it would be, a good addition. Motorbikes? Nah, man. But, we need fucking trucks, bro. We need SUVs, we need trucks, we need 4x4s. Like, bring a truck into the game, low key. Even if it's in D class, bro. I swear to you, I would drive the truck in these races, bro. What changed to the game? What has the better drift capabilities, the Noble M600 or the Imola? The Imola, bro. The Imola has better drift than the Noble. The Noble is its suspension is smooth, so it grips the road, but the Imola is better drift because you maintain a higher top speed, and then sometimes you get extremely grippy drifts where you just like pull at almost close to top speed. So what change to the game would the devs have to make you literally quit? Oh, yeah, the instant that multiplayer rewards, because I was watching it slowly decreasing, right? But when ALU released the multiplayer rewards, they got better. to a point, right? They kind of raised the standard a bit and like kind of revived it. If the multiplayer rewards and the special events become pay to win, right? If you change the special events to where to get every single car, it's pay to win, right? Like you have to spend some kind of money. Yeah, that's a problem right there. And then if you nerf multiplayer rewards to the point where the free multiplayer rewards you get are basically useless to a point because they're kind of useless now, but I mean like super useless. Yeah, that's where it's gonna draw the line for me. That's where it's gonna draw the line for me because come on, man, what are we doing, bro? I tell you, Asphalt Extreme is so fun, bro. I wish I could play that game, but I don't pay for Netflix anymore, so I can't play the game. I had so much progress in that game, you won't believe, bro. Okay. Imagine doing speed tricks with his truck in this game. Yeah, bro. Bro, UPF, speed tricks with a truck in this game would be overpowered, bro. Because the thing about Asphalt Extreme, it had like a realistic physics engine. So when you were doing stunts and stuff, you were risking it all, but it was so real. It felt so real. Yeah, that's the weird part. Noble has higher stats in terms of handling and drifting, but the drifting of the Imola and the Noble are two completely different things. It's severely noticeable as well. That's like saying you have a Vanda with a better drift, with obviously higher drift than Imola, but the Imola can outdrift. Jesus. But the Imola can outdrift the Vanda on a lot of instances just because of like its suspension or whatever, like how it's made. I don't know. I don't understand the way that Game Love make some of their cars sometimes, but I know that there are some cars that have special abilities in this game just because. So it's cool. Okay, I see Lolly just sent all the questions there. You know the stars that are in Brawl Stars, they brought it to A9C, but it's boxes instead. Oh, those little star drop thingies. Bro, I used to play Brawl Stars like heavily as well. My Brawl Stars progress is insane. I have all the brawlers on lock. I went back to that game like 2 weeks ago. And yeah. I loved Brawl Stars, bro. I played that game so much during COVID. During COVID period. That's when I actually started playing Brawl Stars as well, during COVID period. So F1 cars in Asphalt 8 had many physics issues, so I guess the devs won't be adding that. It's okay. I don't think we personally need F1 cars in this game. I mean, I won't mind seeing them, but they're all gonna be acceleration-based cars, naturally. And the only difference with them is just gonna be either which one has better handling or which one has better nitro, because they're all gonna be capped around the same speed. Unless they bring that one overpowered one, the McLaren F1 one, the one in A8, the kind of orange and yellow one. I actually forgot its name. Unless they bring that severely overpowered one and put it in like high S class, then I could see an F1 car being fucking unstoppable in this game. Because they can make that car super fast, right? They can actually make that car super fast and like probably over 5,000 rank as a DS car. Because that one, I would say, is kind of OP. No, he pushed me, bro. I saw it coming too because he pushed me, bro. He just deleted my trajectory for the ramp, dog. Ah, fuck me. Questions have been sent. Let's go. What car are you expecting in the next Drive Syndicate? Probably the Navera R. Because they featured the Rimac Navera and the Rimac Time Attack I think this season. So I would say probably the Navera are. Who knows? But we know is that the tartar sauce is gonna be the supporting car for sure. Like without a doubt, tartar sauce is gonna be the supporting car. I understand why they didn't keep the Clash. I know they said the Clash is like too heavy to maintain for a game mode that not a lot of people are playing, but that's how it is. The MP4X, I think so. That's the thing I can't remember, but it's the orange and blue one. It's super long. It's like probably longer than the Devil 16. The dev team is paying less attention to detail when it comes to the visual of car models. Are they? What do you think about clubs? Which new features can they add for clubs? And they could have kept both Gauntlet and Clash. Here's what I'm saying. In terms of clubs, they need to literally bring a club game mode where you can go not the Clash, bro. Not the Clash. They could bring something simple. Club multiplayer, bro. You could either pick 8 people or 8 or 5 people, right? From in your club, right? Or everybody in your club can get a race to go against a club with equal members. So let's say your club has 15 members and they'll match you against a club that also has 15 members. And you guys, it would be like a multiplayer 3, which is just specifically just club races. And you go against, you can pick who you want to race against. We're not even leaving that up to RNG. You could pick who you want to race against from that club. Like you could target someone, and the club that won the most races, right? So 15 versus 15, and my club wins 11, and the other club, we won the most races. Like 1v1s, right? It would be 1v1s. That would be cool. That would be insane. So you got 1v1 races against random club members from a different club. That would be a cool game mode in my opinion. At least I think so. And then the next game mode, I think, a next thing that they can do with clubs, bro, they can give us extra rewards instead of this usual, right, everybody grinds rep and whatever. Let's have a system where we can all collectively select, like, certain cars or maybe, like, cars unlock, like how sponsorship, they give you, like, cars unlock. And we all could, in that season, collectively work to get that like a grand prize instead of like the usual milestones we get. So we can work together as a club and gain reputation and win certain amount of races. Like, right? So this season, every all the members in the club, they account for it. So win 10,000 races in total, and everybody can get like 50 blueprints for this car or 40 blueprints for this car, right? But it's collective. You know what I mean? But either way, or finish first, or whatever the case is. Just random shit like that. Alright, so I'm gonna answer the questions that Lolly sent, and then that will be it. I wanna max my LVN so bad, considering I just 6-started, but I need to evo tune my SF90, bro, because I'm falling behind with that shit, low key. If I could probably try to get to use it for Gauntlet, and like as of right now, it's like a serious freaking gatekeep in multiplayer, which makes it even worse because everybody's just severely spamming it. It's making it impossible to go up to plat 2. But whatever. No, this fucking Ultima, bro. Bro, I am going to kill this Ultima, bro. Get off me, please. Yeah, bro, get off me, please. Leave me alone. Alright. There are so many cars that can come to this game, but I don't think Gameloft is really seeing it. But I mean, they do release like a bunch. I think is what 7 new cars every update. So I guess it will get there eventually. I just find like some of the brands that Gameloft tend to release is like pretty strange. Alright, so I'm gonna start with the questions from Altilali. He had from here. So the first question is, would you rather drift the LaFerrari through corners for an hour or have every main car maxed but not have any blueprints for the cars required? What? Wait, what? What? Would you rather drift the LaFerrari through corners for an hour or have every main car maxed? Okay, every main car maxed, but not have any blueprints for the cars required. Do you mean... Okay, let me see if I can decipher this. So I have every main car, like every special event car max, right? But I don't have any blueprints, so that means I don't have any other support cars, right? But I have the main car maxed. So you're saying every special event that drops, I will have the main car, but I won't be able to have blueprints for the support cars. That's I would rather drift the LaFerrari for an hour. Cause what? That's strange. I don't get that question, but I answered your question. What was the best event you ever had in this game? Or what was the best event? Oh my god. That's a good question. At a point in time I could have answered that question. The best I would say the best season for me was the British Tour season because I unlocked the McLaren GT and 3-starred it. I unlocked the McLaren Senna GTR and 4-starred it there. I also unlocked the Jaguar CX-75 or 50, I think, whichever one that is, the orange one. I also unlocked the Ultima RS at 3 stars. I think that was probably the first and only time they ever gave you a S-Class key car with a 3-star requirement, because you only needed to get the car at 3 stars to get the key. And never again Gameloft brought back the British Tour format, bro. They just nuked it and said that was too giving, so they never did it again. The British Tour season, or the British Tour event, special event, it was definitely the best event, because at that point in time I was more or less still a newer player. So it was pretty giving. I had the Ultima at 3 stars for so long, and I finally got to max it when they brought back the special hunt for it the first time. Let's see. If you had been in the UK and you have 60,000 euros, what car would you plan to get IRL? And bro, naturally in my country, if I had 60,000 euros, I could have done way more. Way more. I could have gotten way more cars in my own country with 60k euros due to the currency exchange. That's hard to say because there are a lot of different cars that I would want to get. But let's say for IRL purposes, I would love to get a Audi X5. That's one. I would like to get a Mercedes CLK. I can't tell you the exact model right now. It's not in my head, but it's in my head. Like I said, visually see the car, but I can't tell you. And then I would love to get a Porsche Macan. Like, believe it or not, I think I said it in the last stream. I would love to get a Porsche Macan IRL. That was a strange one. What new tracks would you want to see in the future? Yeah, I think the British Tour season was definitely the best. Was the Tuatara SE versus be the grind for tokens? There was up to 25k tokens to claim, as I remember. The Tuatara SE versus Speed. That was for Nior Friday. I'm not sure if it was 25k, but there was a lot of tokens given out in that versus Speed. Hello, meh. You actually decided to join. What new tracks would you want to see in the future? I would like to see Sector 8 in Asphalt Legends. I would like to see Transylvania in Asphalt Legends. That would be an amazing speed track to get from Asphalt 8 to Asphalt Legends. They need to bring Transylvania. Especially King's Highway, bro. That route is fun. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. What do you think about my content? What do you think about my content and channel? I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that answer in the DMs, bro. I'm gonna give you that answer in the DMs. I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna pop up in the DMs and let you know. When NGU Hercules Vanellope. I'm not. You see, the thing is, NGU is a skill-based club. And I don't think me personally, I know I'm skillful at the game. Like, they see it, right? Bonkers, they know. Especially when I'm on controller, they know. But I don't want to put myself up there in a club that, the drivers, their expectancy is to be good always. So I don't want to go in a club that is like, yo, everybody needs to be good. And then they expect you to be good because of where you are, Because I do make a lot of mistakes still. And there are routes that I don't take as prime, as great a line that I need to. So I still make a lot of mistakes, so I don't think I deserve to upgrade myself into Hercules or go up into a higher skill club. So as of right now, I'm very, very comfortable in Savage, and they accept me for how I am. So that's one thing, bro. NGU has always been good to me, bro. And I love this club. I really do. I love the members in this club. Everything feels real. They all feel like we're all going through the same thing in real life, but just different places, different people. But I love NGU, bro. Either way. Hold on. Oh my god. Why'd I hit that wall? No barrel roll there. Can you add this? Any plans for creating reference runs? Reference runs. You want a video with reference runs? Because if you want that, I can collect good reference runs and post that. For me personally, I don't think I'll be able to give like the best reference runs. Because again, I'm not heavy on the skill. But if that's what you want, then I can do something like that for sure. You're like Dark Hyper, but a little worse. Nathaniel. Hello, my dude. Kylian Mbappe. Do you think the Envision would appear in a special hunt? Kylian, my good sir, welcome. No. I don't think they'll bring that in a special hunt. The reason why is because even though it's slow, that car is overpowered in a way, in its drifting and stuff. It's not overpowered, but it's really good still, low key, despite it being slow. I don't think we'll get it in a special hunt. I think the next time they bring back that car, it might be easy to get
in a in like a kind of SE format, right? They might be easy to get, but I think if they're bringing back that car, they would use it as a support car, like in the packs for a main car. So I love when I don't grip this corner how I want to, bro. But it's cool. I wanted to max out the Dios so bad because I feel like the Dios Vayan is a good car. Just like I feel like it's just one of those. Why am I flipping? What? I feel like it's just one of those cars that you just need to know how to drive. You know. This car is far from being maxed either way. So, do you drive IRL? And if so, what car do you drive? Mazda 323 BJ. Okay, the question. This screenshot is not loading for some reason. What do you feel about your progress right now? Well, currently I am a collector. So I've made it to the point where I'm just a collector in the game. I don't care for getting like extremely good cars, and I don't care for getting bad cars. I just every car that get introduced to the game now, I just want to get it as best as possible. Even if it's a bad car, I still want to get it even if it's 1 star, if it's even just an unlock. But like good cars, like for example, like Tuatara or Yesco or this year, because this year my S-Class garage this year has literally upgraded, and I went for maxing a lot of S-Class cars this year. So I consider myself more a collector progress wise than I am building garage. Diaz Van is trash. I see. If it wasn't GP, if Korean Springs probably would have seen it in GP again. Oh yeah, that was in Grand Prix. Yeah, that was trash, bro. That GP was trash for me. I got tier 2 and I just got wrecked. DS never felt good. Oh, okay. That's why I said I feel like this car might be good, but if it's not, then I guess you guys just answered it for me. What is your top 5 cars in ALU? So Gabriel said number 1 Imperium, number 2 Defendum, number 3 Devil, 4 Absolute, number 5 Yes Go. My top 5 is not anything like this. If I was to rearrange it to say what the top 5 cars in this game definitely would be, I would say number 1 would have to be the Esco Absolute. Number 2 would be the Arash Imperium. Number 3 would have to be the Hennessy Venom. Number 4 could be the Bullied. And number 5, the Devil 16. That, for me, is top 5. That should be the order of the top 5 in this game. Not this current order. Which is kind of strange. But I know it's off a rank, so it doesn't matter. The tartar sauce does not deserve to be this high in the game, bro. And then the last question, or last questions, my bad. What is my favorite car in real life? Oh my god. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is hard. This is hard because I have so many cars that I love. To say favorite, bro. Okay, believe it or not, the Nissan GTR Nismo, bro. I saw that car IRL a couple times in my country, which is rare. It's severely rare. Because at a point in time, bro, like, I'm not even talking about performance. I'm just talking about the car in general. What's your dream car? I actually don't have a dream car. I have different types of cars that I would love to own, but I don't have a dream car to say. What's your favorite A-class car? Hmm. Bro, Prismark, you predicted me saying the GTR. That's crazy. Am I predictable now? My favorite A class car, my favorite A class car hands down was the Pagani Imola. It doesn't I definitely love the Pagani Imola. Where the fuck is the Imola? What? It's supposed to be like right here. Okay. Anyway, yeah, the Pagani Imola is my favorite A class car. Asphalt 10 is coming or not? Let's not even talk about that, bro. Let's not even talk about that. Because if it happens, I'm gonna be pissed. Anyway, so I'm gonna end it here. That was the last question there, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for joining. It's been good. This was the Q&A session here. I am going to post a summarized version of it for the members. So I'm gonna post it as a members only video. Also remember, I'm also going to post another members only video today. I'll be doing some IRL activities, right? So for the channel members, today is the day you guys are going to be graced with a really nice video. So look out for that. It will release like sometime midday today. But yeah, see you guys. Thank you guys for joining. As per usual, love to have you guys around. Love to talk to you guys. And well, I am free for the rest of the day. So if I might pop on Discord to just do some private lobbies later on. See if you guys are around. Yeah. But other than that, have a good Sunday and enjoy. Oh, Asphalt Zone, you joined. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. Welcome to our next channel member, Asphalt Zone. You will be... Now, the thing about the channel memberships, you guys are being shouted out in every single video. So that's another thing as well. Every single video posted, you guys have a special dedication at the start of each video. So, thank you for joining the membership, bro. Nice to have you around. The support is always appreciated. So, yeah. Later, guys.